Hey, once I've now had my Nicrew LED light here for over 4 months, between 4 and 5 months. I still really do like this light. I've been having it on my 20-gallon long here since I got it. So I really do like this light. I highly do recommend this light. I get it off of Amazon. It is somewhere around half price of what you might get a Fluval or an Aqueon brand light that's similar to this one in stores. This is off of Amazon. So this has a whole bunch of different light brightness settings here. So we are in the lowest setting. This is what I usually keep mine in. Of course, in real life, it does look a bit brighter than what you guys will see through this camera here. But the sides, like over here, as you can tell, and then over here on this side where my hands are, they are definitely darker than in the center where you guys can see, in the center here, you can see it's a lot brighter. That goes away with more, of course, the brighter you have this light set to. I keep mine in this setting all the time. I have mine running usually somewhere between 8 a.m. ish, 7 to 8 a.m. to around 9 or 10 p.m. And in this setting, I have not gotten any algae built up at all, which is very nice. As other lights, you get a crazy amount of algae. Now, if you increase the brightness up more, you'll probably get some algae going. But I've also have live plants in here, as you can see over here and over here. They are Anubis and Java Fern. I also have a moss ball that's somewhere about here. Then I also have some wood in there as well, driftwood in there. And my plants are doing excellent. They're all nice and green, and I don't know if they're really growing, but they are surviving. They are living, which is good. As I do and seem to kill a lot of plants otherwise. But these are all doing excellent, even in this low light setting here. I did have some moss in here, and you guys have probably seen it in other videos, but that moss is actually, it didn't make it for some reason, which is weird because moss is supposed to be very hard to kill, but I ended up killing it. But the plants that are in here, and Nubis and Java Fern, they are doing excellent, and also my moss ball is doing excellent as well. Don't know what was up with that moss. Maybe just had a bad batch or something. I don't know. But yeah, so live plants will definitely survive in this tank. They are, or in this, with this light, I mean. Again, these are low light level requiring plants. So, all right, I am going to increase the brightness here, so you guys can see all the different brightness levels. It will flash, so if you're sensitive to flashing, I guess pause the video now. So again, this is the lowest level, and it goes up in increments. I want to say around 10% increments. And that is as bright as it'll get. Again, it looks way better in real life. I cannot say that enough. It looks excellent in real life. Also, I just add water to my tank, so it's a little bit, it's cloudy in there. A little bit stuff floating around in there, as you can probably see. Then too, with my driftwood that's in there, the water itself is very tea yellow colored, and that's from the driftwood. Otherwise, it'd be nice and clear. But because I have the driftwood in here, it is, from the tannins, it turns the water somewhat yellow, somewhat tea colored, if you will. So that also affects how the light looks, of course. So besides from increasing the brightness levels, you also have a whole bunch of other colors you can do. So this is your standard white. We also have red, which looks sweet. Then you also have green. And of course you have blue. Again, the tea coloredness really affects the blue light. It just doesn't penetrate it as well. But it still looks really cool. Then of course you have that. We also have a few other colors set here. This is like a purpley pink color. I really love that color. Actually, purple red. That's like a bluish green. And then we have to have a very low white. There's other colors you can do. Those are the colors I have set up personally. Then we'll do some more flashing lights in a second here. So this is overcast day, which is just really cool. It's kind of like a white and blue combined. Then you have cloudy, or excuse me, lightning storm, thunderstorm. So this is going to be flashing like you just saw. So it's just kind of like overcast, and then it does flashing every now and then. It's kind of cool. Then we have sunny. And then we have moonlight, which is your blue lights. Then we'll go back to, wrong one. We'll go back to the sun here. Then for that, I've been using this controller that this comes with. So the bottom here is for a whole bunch of different lights. These are the custom lights I showed off. And then you have your red, green, blue, and up and down and brightness, your whites, up and down brightness. Again, you can mix and match. Then we had the different, so you have your nighttime, your moonlight, you have your sunlight, you have your thunderstorm, and then you have your overcast. Then up here is for timers. If you want to set a timer, personally I do not use a timer. I just turn on and turn off on my own. But yeah, it works very well. And then hanging off the light itself, you can see it's attached to the light itself. You have this little guy here. So this is where you can set the time and stuff. And then again, you set timer. And then also too, when you use the controller, you have to have the controller pointing at this little black dot. What do we call that? A dot. It actually comes out of the thing. You have to have it. It actually kind of looks like a nose. You have to point it at its nose in order for it to work. I'll show you what I mean. So we have the controller here. So you have to point it. Let's see, we're going to turn down the brightness. You have to have it pointed right at it for it to work. Where if I point it off to the side, it's not going to do anything. Even if you point it above it or below it, well, below it seems to work okay. It has to be pretty much pointed at it though. So like now, it's just a little bit off. It will not work. So that is a little bit annoying, but it's very easy to overcome. Just make sure you're pointing it at that little box there. Then the other thing I do not like about this light, as you guys saw, and I'll demonstrate again, is when you increase or decrease the brightness, it does the flashing. My fish don't seem to be too bothered by it, but some fish I could see getting freaked out over that. So that's a little bit weird too. But those are really my only two very minor complaints. Otherwise, I love this light. You can see how nice and thin it is. Right here. Nice and thin. It's very good looking. It is adjustable. These brackets here. Just slide in and out of it. And you see also I have my fish food on top of there. And yeah, I mean, this is an excellent light, and I highly do recommend this light still. Again, I had it for about 4 or 5 months now, and I really do like it. Yeah, I keep mine in the lowest brightness level here. Again, everything seems to be doing just fine. My fish are doing good. Not that the light really does much with the fish, but the plants are doing good. And yeah, I really do like it. So let me know what you guys think. As always, I really do appreciate you. Hope you guys have a good one. See y'all next time. Goodbye.